The battle is over, I see. I do solemnly swear to every living being and every living soul. Now cometh the age of the stars. 1,000-year voyage under the wisdom of the moon. Here beginneth the chill night that encompasses all, reaching the great beyond. Into fear, doubt, and loneliness, as the path stretcheth into darkness. Well then, shall we? My fair consort eternal.
Based on who you asked, that's the true ending. Mostly because I did a lot of work to try to get that ending, and then I was like, oh wait, I missed something here, didn't I? That was Elden Ring. I won't lie, from the last time I beat this, it's been like a week, and me kind of blitzing through the game. But regardless of me blitzing through the game a second time for that ending, this game is phenomenal. It's fantastic. It is awesome. I was going around finding things that I hadn't found before. I was experiencing other boss fights, other locations that I hadn't been. There's tons of other secrets that I've missed. And that's honestly one of the greatest things about this game, is that it's like my initial 3-week oh god, this game's so good, has died down some, and it's still a fantastic goddamn game. Not even counting like its beautiful scores, its wonderful vistas and great graphics and whatnot. This game is just so damn good. You will not probably enjoy it that much if you don't like the, Souls difficulty hard bosses. I mean, just look at the footage. I just barely beat the Elden thing. Literally, the skin of my teeth. And it only kind of gets harder with co-op, depending on if you found someone that is any good with it. But yeah, I freaking love this game. There are little nitpicky things, like there are certain bosses that are just too extra. There's certain times where it's just like, okay, no, screw you, player. Like in the case of the Godskin duo. Radahn is definitely one of those super plus ones where it's like, oh god, please stop. I want to say that my favorite is still the Ancestral Guardian down in Nokrum. And there's 2 iterations of that one too. So I get to fight him twice. And that's more like a visual style and whatnot, but combat wise, I want to say the Ancestral Guardian again, but God, combat-wise, I actually did have a second go against Melania, and she is a fantastic fight. Like, once you finally get down any of the singular fight moves, then it does become easier, but then it becomes a situation of where it's like you gotta try to figure out what the hell you're gonna do. I don't know where I'm gonna go with this. I freaking love this game. I don't know if I would do multiple playthroughs simply because I would still be doing pretty much what I did in my very first playthrough, where I spent like 120, 130-ish hours running around the world, exploring things, as opposed to, you know, a singular goal in mind. The only way that I can see me playing this again would be with multiple different types of, you know, playthroughs. Strength style, a dex, no, probably wouldn't do dex style, I'll be honest. Priestly dudes, so on and so forth. Just, there's so many different ways that you can play, and no one way is really the wrong way to play. Because it is just, as long as you don't super screw yourself over, and you have to try hard to screw yourself over in leveling up in this game, or getting rid of your equipment, or selling the wrong things, it is relatively, like, as long as you find the weapon that you like, find the thing that makes you feel, yes, this is the weapon I like to use, then you can easily enjoy this game as open world content. Oh, I don't want to skip my controller over here for now. Oh yeah, again, that said, if you don't like the Souls hard difficult bosses, they will be a wall, because you do need to beat at least, I think, 5 in order to see a ending. And it can be any two of the Grand Rune Holders. Let's see, Grand Rune Holders, the Godskin dude, well, Godskin duo. Oh wait, yeah, Fire Giant. I'm trying to think of how many big bosses that there are. Let's see. Well, regardless, you will need to fight bosses to see the end, and of course the Elden thing. Which, by the way, to show pretty much just how much better and how much kind of cheesier the Mimic tier is, that fight only took me, those two fights only took me like 24 minutes to beat. Yeah. Like, you do get better at this game in time, and a good lot of it is muscle memory, but at the same time, it's just so good. The fights are fun. I dare say that they're a lot more fun than any of the Souls games ones, or hell, even Bloodborne. And that's mostly because, yeah, some of them do telegraph their attacks, but it feels good to be able to dodge or parry or whatnot, any of this shit, because of how frantic it can feel. But yeah, I got this ending using Journey 2. I do feel like the game was significantly easier on Journey 2, but that might mostly be because I do tend to overgrind, so my stats are stupid high up there. And I did end up doing a couple of quests like Iron Fists, Alexander's, and a couple of the jails that I had found that got me equipment that made it so as the Moonlight Sword is really good. Mostly for the stunning stuff. Is really good stuff. Yeah, there's no one wrong way. There's no one right way to play, but there's really no wrong way to play either. Like, as long as you do enjoy a lot of difficulty in your boss fights and an open world aspect that is just so goddamn beautiful, then yeah, Elden Ring, man. This game's kind of been my life for the last like 4 weeks. Seriously, I think I actually beat the game on the 13th, and it is now the 19th. Just goes to show you how sucked into this game I have been. I'm probably going to end up trying to stream some of this in the future, if I haven't burnt myself out on it. Or I might just enjoy, you know, casual playthroughs on my own time without recording it. I know. So weird. Hear that from me. So from here, because I cut out the original credits sequence, asks me if I want to begin Journey 3. Before it had asked me if I want to begin Journey 2. No, not at the moment, because I wanted to look at the remembrances. And yeah, this place is still going to be perpetually on fire. Kinda wish I could take out the fingers, but what are you going to do? I was considering going through that last fight with the veteran's armor because it's really good. But it's not Blythe's, so. Elden Remembrance. Ulrica's Hammer. Stone hammer made in the lands of the Newman, outside the lands between, the tool with which Queen Marika shattered the Elden Ring and Radagon attempted to repair it. The hammer partially broke upon shattering the ring, becoming splintered with rune fragments. Leap up high and, while suspended in air, imbue the rune shard with light before smashing it down hard into the ground. A heroic Radagon's signature attack. Requires 19 faith. That's trash. Sacred Relic Sword. Sword wrought from the remains of a god who should have lived a life eternal. Thoughts on what the weapon portends are many and varied. Some consider it the mark of a great sin or a sign of a great devastation. Some think it as the end of an age, while others the beginning. Wave of Gold. Imbue the sword with bygone golden glory, then fire it at foes. A wide golden wave fans out forward, sweeping through all enemies caught in the path. It's a great sword. It's holy. It requires faith. It's trash to me. I mean, I might end up upping my faith just to try to use it, but again, I don't know whether or not I'm going to continue specifically with this character. Just noticed that my rune count is still 0. Oh, I did die. I'll probably try to go get those off camera. In any case, though, that is Elden Ring, and it is a fantastic game. It is the longest running game on this channel, and it is definitely worth that time. Finding new things, exploring the world, and even after the fact, I can see me wanting to experiment with some of the other builds and developments that you can do with your character. And more particularly, I'm kind of interested in how the hell this all would have played out if I kept with a strength build and used the Great Axe. Might be something I look into for future endeavors. Not for recording, because this was a lot of time. I don't know what else to say. This was a fantastic game. And although it's like a week after initially beating the game and being all super hyped for it, it's still so good. It's still so good. One of the greatest things about beating it, though, is that now I can enjoy other people's content of Elden Ring. Oh, boy. That's probably not relatable in the, like, 2 months that this video actually comes out. But I'm going to go ahead, call it a Let's Play here. Thank you, everyone, so very much for watching. This has been one hell of a blast to play through, and one hell of a time to kill, like, 3 weeks of my life. I did no life this. If you guys like this series, like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Helps out the channel, as per the usual. If you want to support the channel in some sort of financial fashion, I have Streamlabs and a Patreon link down in the description below. Every little bit helps. Puts food on the table, keeps the roof over my head. And also goes back to the channel every so often for hardware, software upgrades, and video games that we can play. I don't know what to do after this game. This game has basically been my life for the past couple of weeks. What else is there besides Elden Ring? There's nothing. Thank you everyone so very much for watching, and I hope to see you guys in the next Let's Play. Take care. Cheers.